Hey there, fishing fans. Welcome back to another edition of Shooting. We are here at Makepeace Firing Range, getting ready to shoot up the next 5 rounds of ammo that I have and pattern them out and see how much they compare to the other 4 rounds that I used last time. Still going to hit up those, the Carlson Cremator chokes. We'll do the mid-ranges first again, and then I'll put the far range in the bottom barrel like I did last time and see how our patterns come out. Stick around, guys. We'll see you at the end. See ya. Alrighty there, guys. So first up, we're going to use the Kent Fast Steel 2.0. This one here is shooting at 1,350 feet per second. It's a 1 ounce load, number 2 shot, 3 inch. And we're going to shoot a heavy hammer, which is 3 inch, number 2 shot at 1 ounce at 1,350 feet per second. And we got heavy steel. A little bit hotter of a load. They shoot at 1,400 feet per second. It's a 7/8 ounce load, number 2s. And after that, we'll shoot federal steel, which is a 3 inch, 7/8 inch shot, and it's 1,300 feet per second, 3 inch. And then we'll shoot Winchester Super X's. They are 1,500 feet per second at 7/8 ounce, number 2s, which is a really hot load. And that'll probably give us some kick. So, without further ado, guys, let's get started. 32 yards to the target. Let's hammer it down. 2.0, Kent, top over barrel, 32 yards. That ain't too bad, guys. That looks really good. Just as good as the other Kent cartridge, maybe better. Let's find out. Alright, guys, under barrel, 32 yards, hit number 2.0. Nice if I switch the barrel. There you go, guys. There's the under barrel. That looks pretty good. Some dead duck right there. Alright, guys, up next, heavy hammer, over barrel, 32 yards. That looks really nice. I'm happy with that one. That's a lot of load. Under barrel. There you go, guys. Shot a little left. That's nice and tight right there. Looks pretty good too. Up next, heavy steel. Over barrel, 32 yards. That's hideous. Got some nice triple pellet, double pellet, but man, that's ugly. Try that under barrel. Now that's night and day from the over barrel. That's a good shot. I don't know what happened to that other one. That was a little scary. Up next, federal. See how they do. Alright, guys, over barrel, federal. Now that's pretty. That's on a 7/8 ounce load too. That looks really good. Set up that under barrel, see what happens. That looks really, really good. Nice tight pattern up there. I like it. Up next, Winchester Super X. 1,500 feet per second on a 7/8. Let's see how that feels. Over barrel, 32 yards. Ooh, that's a hot load. The only thing I can say is I couldn't imagine buying a box of shells, go out hunting, wondering why you're missing all day. That is the most horrendous shot I've ever seen. It's a hot load, maybe that's why, but man, that is hideous. That's a huge disappointment. Let's see what we got on the underbarrel, guys. Hopefully it's a lot better than that overbarrel, because that was ugly. It's better from here, I can see it. That's a lot better. Man, the other one was just, I don't know, man, that's disappointing. Alright guys, give me a minute. I'll switch out to the far choke and hit up that underbarrel. 32 yards on all rounds, and let's see where we go from there. Just bear with me. One shot. Alright guys, underbarrel, 32 yards, Kent Fast Steel. See what we got. There it is, guys. Kent, 32 yards. Long range choke. Doesn't look so much better than what I had. The first shot on the mids. I don't know. Alright, heavy hammer, under barrel, 32 yards for a choke. One shot. There it is, guys. Far range choke, long range choke, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look too bad, but we'll check it out later when we count everything up. Up next, heavy steel. 32 yards, far range choke. Not too impressed with that either. Still a dead duck, but. Alright guys, Federals. Far range choke. Dead bird. Not too impressed with a long range choke, but we'll round them up. Last up, guys, Winchester Super X. Under barrel, long range, let's see. There it is, Winchester Super X's, long range. Not too bad. Alright guys, give me a little bit. I'll count them all out, write them up. Give you some info on what the patterns were. See you in a little bit. Alright here guys, so I counted everything up for you, gave you some averages. So the Kent Fast Steel 2.0 came in at 158 total, averaging 57.5. It did 52 on the one target and 63 on the other. That one looks really good. I like the tight pattern right here in the middle. This didn't do too bad either. It's still two dead birds, so that's pretty nice. The heavy hammer did 107 altogether with a 53.5 average. It did 55 on the one target, 52 on the other. That looks really, really good up here in this corner. It could have been me pulling the shot, but it still didn't do too bad. I would still use it. It looks pretty good, especially that it was pretty much massed in one area. The heavy steel, it did a 96 total with a 48 average. It did 40 on the one, and sorry guys. It did 40 on the one and then 56 on the other. It still doesn't look too bad here in this side. But this one just didn't do too good at all. The over barrel was just pretty bad. I didn't like it at all. The Federals, they shot 129 total with a 64.5 average. It did 66 on the one target and 63 on the other. I really like the amount of pellets that we got on this target. It gave us a little bit higher of an average. It wasn't as tight as I think as the fast steel was in some of it, but it still had pretty good patterning here. Some down ducks on those loads for sure, so not too bad. And then the Winchester Super X, guys, was absolutely horrendous. The one, it did 61 combined with a 30.5 average. It only shot 12 on the one target and 49 on the other. I thought I might have pulled the shot, but I really didn't. I watched the video and I didn't pull the shot. It was just maybe a bad shell, I don't know. But I would be really upset if I had bought these and went out duck hunting and my one barrel was shooting like that, especially if I only had a mono barrel. So give me a little bit, guys. I'll do up the far range and give you guys a heads up on that. Again, with the far range or long range, whatever you want to call it, choke, I'm not too impressed. I get much better patterning at 32 yards with a mid-range. So I'll show you that in the video here in a second, so just hang in there. All right there, guys. Here's a far range choke on the bottom barrel only. The Kent 2.0, they did 45 on target at 32 yards. It's not too bad. Like this is a dead duck. I'm still just not impressed with the fact that the far range choke isn't producing more pellets at 32 yards than the mid ranges are. It's a little scary when you're thinking about you want to shoot ducks a little bit further out, maybe up to 40 yards with a far range choke, maybe 45, and if with a 20 gauge. You know, if you're going to go 50, if you're that brave, you'd figure you'd buy the far range choke and it would get you there, but it's not necessarily so, especially with these Cremator chokes. I don't understand why. But anyway, so the heavy hammer, it did 45 pellets, same as the Kent, which also wasn't too bad pattern-wise. The heavy steel did 49, shot a little bit better. Actually, I think it shot better on this than it did on its mid-range. So at least the choke is working for that round. The Federals did pretty good. They had 53. This is actually a really nice pattern. I probably would use the far range choke with this, but I believe the Federal did even better with the mid-range choke, so I probably wouldn't use the far range choke for it. And then the Winchesters here, it did 47, which is I think the best of what it did with that choke. But anyway, that's still a dead bird. I would definitely use that duck hunting if I had to, but I probably won't even put that far range choke in there just because I just don't think it's worth it. I think the mid-range does a supreme job and does a really excellent job at 32 yards. And guys, I'm going to head up the end of this video here today, and I'll probably shoot up another video and give you guys some more stats. I counted all the pellets in each shell, and this way I can give you the averages of what it is on how many pellets are in the actual round versus what we got here on paper, so you guys can stay tuned for that. And then guys, I just want to thank you for coming out today, visiting me, Joe, your host, and Angry Worm Fishing, and now here shooting up some steel loads and getting us some counts on paper. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.